kept getting caught with weed. He getting caught with weed on the plane. He leaving Mexico smoking weed. It's like, you got too much weed, dog. We finna pay you $15 million. You got too much weed. You got too much time smoking weed. So what happened to that? Because all of us of a certain age, remember when you acted a fool, no matter how good you were, your ass might ended up on Sacramento, or you might ended up on the Washington Wizards, or you might end up at that time the Miami Heat or the Orlando Magic. You might end up a real good player on a real bad team. And I'm not taking up for these dudes. I'm taking up for Doc.
Think about what you just said, though. The Miami Heat was one of those destinations where they should have won the
Yeah, and now they playing in the finals.
Now everybody want to go play for the Miami.
Yeah, that is that. How things have changed. How things have changed. Yeah. And
but I think it was just that team. I mean, to cut you off, but that team, maybe that group of players is not what's going to get it done. Man.
And to me, that's when you start moving around some of them poo butts, because you ain't got nobody 7 foot. See, it go really Big Illinois. This goes back to my theory in regards to the way they play basketball now, because like I said last week, the reason the Clippers lost, and I said this before the game was played, because they don't have any shooters, they have scorers. And they going to fall in love with that three, and Denver going to be working the ball, making their legs tired. They're going to keep shooting them jumpers, and bam. And I said the Lakers are going to win because they're going to pound Anthony Davis, and they're going to tire out the big fella. But that's why Denver will be good for the foreseeable future. Because the Joker, he gonna move around the court and stay in the post. Murray is gonna shoot threes when he feel like it, but he gonna drive to the hole and wear you down. That's why they win. And to me, if you a Doc Rivers type coach and not gonna fall for the okie doke, I think that's why. Look at the teams. All them 3-point jump shooting teams, no mid-range teams, they at the crib. All the teams that play mid-range basketball, all the teams that pounded on the inside, they are playing. The Final Four teams was two teams that passed the ball around a lot. The team that went home the fastest was a team that didn't have no mid-range game, and that's the Boston Celtics. They got up out of there a la quickness. They didn't have a shot. But Murray, if he wouldn't have hurt his hip, I think he could have made that series go at least 6. But he got hurt. It's a different situation. If you don't start playing basketball, I don't give a damn who your coach is. You're not going to win. And one more thing before I give you the flow back. While they keep trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo to make a three, you need to be showing him highlights of Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber, and Bob McAdoo. They all played like you. They all dominated the 16-foot in lane, and that's how you beat it. We're going to stop you at 16 feet. Cool. I didn't feel like driving to the rim. No way. If he get a 16-foot jumper with his athletic ability, he will be the best player in basketball. But he's steady trying to shoot threes with his ass. I ain't want to call him on
develop that Patrick Ewing game, man.
Right. That's another brother there. 16 feet in, go ahead. Do it. I dare you to give me this 16-foot jump. And that's why I believe if that trade do go through that 3-team deal and get them Chris Paul, I think that would be the best thing for him. And if Doc got fired, oh, okay, go ahead.
No, I don't see them picking up that contract with Chris Paul. I don't see it.
If they don't get him a point guard, his ass ain't getting out the first round ever. And I don't mean a short dude that could score. They need to get him a point guard. They need to get him a playoff Rondo. They need to get him a Chris Paul. They need to get him a Jason Kidd. They need to get him somebody, or you know who else would be good there? He a free agent. Kyle Lowry.
He a free agent, you said?
He a free agent.
He might be a Bull, man.
Nah, that moment. The Bulls ain't paying no real money, man. Stop it, man. See, that's why they be tricking y'all.
And they might, man. They got new regime, man. They might.
Did they sell the team? That's the regime you better be worried about. Cause them suckers they ain't giving up no slack, bro. Them suckers ain't cutting out no. And again, you listening to the TEODB Podcast on Built for This Network. This is your man Vic, Illinois, and me, HRap B. But like I said, man, I don't know, man. If they don't get him a point guard, his ass ain't never getting out of this. Now, with that being said, before we go to this next segment, I want to take a second out the show to apologize to Jimmy Butler. For the last 3 years, I've been saying Jimmy Butler's good, but he ain't that dude. Obviously, I was dead.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
So in order to continue to be a quality program, I'm not going to be like them suckers on the big networks when they get something dead ass wrong or talk crazy about somebody and the person excel and prevail. They act like they don't know what happened. I was dead ass wrong. Jimmy Butler is the man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. Good luck with the Miami Heat, even though I want LeBron them to beat their ass in 3.5. I want them to stomp their ass in the wine because I don't like that. With that being said,
how many games you think he's going?
At least 5. Maximum 6, but at least 5.
You know what, man? I think the Lakers gonna sweep these clowns.
I hope so.
I mean, actually, to be honest with you, I would rather see Miami win. Because that'd be a good
story.
That'd be a good story for Jimmy. But I don't see it. The Lakers is too. That team, I don't even see how that team lost the game they lost in the playoffs.
Because LeBron don't ever come in focused. That's LeBron's biggest flaw. LeBron James only plays well with criticism. He got to be motivated or by criticism, or he got to be motivated by the media. She Rocker said 7 games Miami. The only way this shit going 7 games, somebody in the Lakers get hurt. But the reason I want the Lakers to win, it would be a cool story to piggyback off what you said. It would be a cool story if for Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler on. It'd be dope to show you that you can build a team with a bunch of good players. But for one, they have very little playoff experience. They have very little actual talent. They got a bunch of athletes and scrappers, and players win championships. I like the other story on the other side of the hand is the comeback of playoff Rondo. I like the redemption story of my man Dwight Howard because people wrote him off as a goofball. Chicago, Anthony Davis, and the redemption story of LeBron James. Again, LeBron James is the most scrutinized superstar in the history of the league, man. I have never heard of somebody being criticized for losing in the NBA Finals. He is the first player I ever heard, oh man, you ain't nothing. You made it to the finals a bunch of times and lost. I've never heard of that. But I want them to do it because it's so many people on that side of the ball that I really like. And I don't like the fact that Pat Riley sat on the podium and called LeBron out for doing what he wanted to do. For doing what I want to do. Hey, last time I checked, you got fired from the Lakers. You left NBC. You had a cool, sweet analyst job on NBC. Everybody was listening to you, respecting you. And then you said, I'm going to go work for the Knicks. You quit your job with the Knicks via fax because they didn't want to pay you what you wanted to get paid. And obviously, you had a deal already in the works to run the Miami Heat. You fired Stan Van Gundy because the team was on the precipice of winning a championship instead of helping him coach from afar like you did Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, because he took over the team, fired him like mid-season, right?
Yeah, he fired him mid-season, took over the team, won a championship, and then bam. And then you want to call this dude out for doing what he want to do. And it's the sad thing is that sports fans follow these Skip Bayless ass theories, these Pat Riley ass theories, and they don't even hold true to them themselves. If you don't like LeBron, cool. I'm not a LeBron James publicist. I'm not a LeBron James dude who, oh man, I need you to like LeBron. No, I'm not. If you don't like it, I always quote him, Barry Bonds, you're going to miss the parade. Because I watched Michael Jordan retire and all these basketball player fans was crying because, hey, Mike gone. He ain't like it when Mike was here. And when LeBron gone, people are gonna miss that dude. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. If LeBron James came to Chicago, I would love it. But if he beating the Bulls, I'm not gonna cheer for him. I'm sorry, I'm not. But I'm not finna not like you because you said, hey man, cause you said, hey man, these dudes in Cleveland ain't helping me enough. I'm out of here. And then you said, you know what, it'll be sweet, the dopest story possible for me go back to Cleveland after all that controversy and win one. And you did that. And then another dope story, he living his best life, man. And we got people mad at him for that. Holla at me, you got the floor.
I mean, LeBron, I think that comes with greatness, man. You gotta give it up to him, man. I think, like you said, sometimes a lot of it he kind of bring on himself.
Yep.
But I mean, if that's how he motivates shit, Michael Jordan had a whole 10-part series with him conjuring up ways to beat motherfuckers in basketball, man. Making up shit, so shit.
Yeah, it's just, I ain't got no problem with that. I'm talking about people just, like I was on the phone with my man from high school last night, and he told me LeBron wasn't clutch. He told me LeBron couldn't carry a team. He listening right now. He told me LeBron can't carry a team. He overrated. I said, okay, who better than him? He said Mike and Kobe. I said, who better than Kobe? Mike. I said, who better than Mike? Nobody. I say, so you just said he the third best player in the history of the game. So how is he overrated? Where's the crime of being number 3? And then he changed it. Well, he lost in the finals. Ask Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, countless superstars. Ask Bob Lanier, who never played in the playoffs. Would he want to be 3-9 in the finals? Ask anybody.
Yeah, man, shit. If you win more than one title, shit. He'll be in the top 5 in scoring. In the top 10 in assists.
And probably in the top 20 in rebound.
Right, so shit, man.
What's the problem? Oh, he ain't clutch. I watched the game. I saw, remember he scored the 45, 15, and 6. That was clutch. Scored the last 32 points of the game. He beat the Spurs. Yo, Spurs. He beat them. Clutch, game 7. And everybody talk about the Ray Allen shot. Remember, LeBron James hit 2 threes to get Ray Allen that shot.
Why you gotta bring that shit up, man?
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. But yeah, man, I don't understand it, man. But people have made me a super LeBron fan. I just like him because I like facilitators: Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, Rod Strickland. I like dudes who get everybody involved. That's my style of play. That's why I like LeBron. But when you overcritical it, man, you know what? He needs to go ahead and cut his hair. What? Are you trying to date LeBron James? Like, it's dudes talking about, I don't like the way he keep his hair. His hair? Fam, you sound You sound like a sucker, man.